Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new episode of Sunnyside Podcast by Visit Maldives. My name is Manal and today I'm here with Sabine Beyer, the founder of STOP OVER REISEN. She has been visiting and promoting the Maldives for many years and she has been creating curated and personalized experiences for travelers all around the world. Sabine, it is a pleasure to have you here with us today and I cannot wait to hear about all your insights and experiences.
Thank you very much. It's also a blessing for me.
Okay, great. So you've been coming to the Maldives for many years since you were very young. So when you actually think about the most early days of when you visited to the Maldives, what's one memory that comes to your mind? Did you have an inkling back then that this destination would become your life's work?
No, this inkling I haven't had, but I felt very touched by the country. And I felt very quickly in love for the country. And this was something I've never experienced before. So it was in 1982 when I came the first time to the Maldives. It was for my personal honeymoon. And you will maybe wonder, I have been in Vilingili, which now belongs to Male, to the capital. And what was in our days now very strange back then was that there was a nude beach. So we were naked by the beach.
Okay.
This is not possible anymore. But this shows how long this is ago. So it was 1982, as I said. And the Maldives were different than today.
So Sabine, when we talk about the resorts and islands, I think Male city has also changed. How do you think it has changed?
It's crazy how it changed. You maybe will not believe it, but when I was the first time in Male, there was no car. One car that belonged to the president, and was in the garage.
Wow.
And everybody was walking or cycling on a bicycle. Yeah, it was very peaceful, very remote, very quiet. And now you have Ferraris and Porsche.
I wouldn't even remember. I wasn't even born back then.
Yeah. It was beautiful walking down the Ocean Drive. Definitely.
It is always very interesting to hear how a journey develops over time. At what point did this personal fascination with the islands turn into a business mission for you? Like, how was the transition from being a traveler to a specialist?
That's a very good question, because when I had to end my honeymoon and found myself crying at the airport, that was the moment some shift started inside myself. And but on the other side, it took me some more years and 2 back travels to the Maldives. I came 2 times back, and but the third time was it. I flew back home and I knew now it's time. And the funny part also is I'm originally out of the fashion companies and not out of the tourism. So I started my company without knowing anything. I knew nothing, not even how to book a flight or something like that.
Wow.
So it was full passion, it was full love for the Maldives that drove me.
Wow, that is very interesting to hear. So since you've been here like back then and now, you would have had a front row seat to all the transformations. What do you think are the biggest changes in terms of physical landscape and also the vibe of the industry?
Oh my God, this is a question that can take now an hour.
just in
So, I mean, a quick thing is there were so many changes. Now, in our days, we can't even think about that anymore, that this has been very important. But let's look it that way. The first island where there was a pool on the island built was Rangali, which is now known as the Conrad. And by the way, they were also the first with the underwater restaurant, yeah, which was the next big thing. And then the pools came by the beach villas. Then water villas came. There were no water villas before, yeah. You had only the islands, no water villas. And then the building of pools in the water villas came. And then again on Ranali, which came first, the Hilton, started that more the international chains were looking at the Maldives. And when they came in massive, then this transformation started into the luxury brands, fields, hotels, resorts. So yeah, that's in a rush.
So I think with that, the profile of the visitors would also have changed, right? How do you think, how are they different now?
I mean, back then, there were more the divers or the crazy people. They want to be the first one in a country. And it was very expensive.
Yeah.
Because flights were not easy. So we had to come via Colombo, no direct flights. They came later. And so it was very long known also as a divers and honeymooners destination, yeah. And today it's, I mean, the super rich comes.
Yeah.
And for us in the company, it was also when the Maldives grew and it developed themselves. We also as a company, you know, in all these 37 years I'm running the company now, we also evolved with the destination.
Yeah.
So it was super nice. I'm very, very thankful.
Yeah, I think like the travelers have become more diverse, we have more experiences, it's all very different now. But when we talk about changes, what do you think is the one thing that has not changed? Like what is the core essence that still makes Maldives stand, you know, alone from other tropical destinations?
It's the Maldives.
True.
Sorry, because it's this, I mean, world of islands, yeah? And this is in the one resort, one hotel concept, which is very unique and rare to find in the world. And I mean, it's the lagoons, it's the palm trees, it's the coconuts, it's the people, it's all together. And for me, the Maldives is also the healer. You come to the Maldives, yeah, you don't need a therapy or a therapist. You just find yourself back sitting by the beach, realizing I need a t-shirt, I need a water, or maybe a coconut, and not much more. So, and then a process starts. What am I doing at home? Do I need to do that, what I do at home? This rush, this stress. And here you can slow down so quickly. I always tell, over the years, told the people, you know, after 3 days, you talk slowlier, you walk slowlier, and you think slowlier. And even that you don't do nothing for that, it's the destination who does it with you. And this is so beautiful.
So Sabine, when we talk about Maldives, I think luxury comes to everyone's mind, but luxury is a bit of a chameleon word, like how it is perceived among different people, it's a bit different. So how has your personal definition of luxury evolved throughout your career, and how do you actually translate that to your clients?
For me, luxury is having time, can work barefoot, don't need to dress up, because at home I always have to dress up. So this barefoot luxury concept, which throughout the Maldives is there, for me is luxury. Having time, and for the guests, it's different because, you know, each guest is an individual. And for us in STOP OVER REISEN, it's very important that each and every client, guest, will be on his or hers perfect island. And all the islands are so extremely different. Every island is different, and this is also something the people, they don't understand when they haven't been here. Yeah. But and this is for me luxury, when they really enter the perfect island and can live their holiday life they were looking for.
I think personalization is also something that comes along with luxury, right? So how do you approach designing a truly personalized experience for your clients? And do you have a specific behind the scenes process to maintain such deep level expertise?
We call it in German words reinfühlen. So we have the ability to scan you as a person and get really the core, I mean the important things for you, what you're looking for. Because sometimes people go for pictures in internet or Instagram or in brochures, and you can't choose an island by pictures. It's not possible because the energy, the vibe is completely different, And so for me, it's very important. I mean, I myself was over 100 times in the Maldives, and also all my team is always in the Maldives. So together as a team, I would say 3 months a year, we are in the Maldives around. So the knowledge, the deep knowledge about the islands is essential for us. And I think out of that, that's a secret. It comes then that the people are happy when they book through us and they bounce back. So I think that's it.
That is so wonderful. When we talk about the changes in the travel industry, I think we would remember the pandemic. So during the uncertainty of the pandemic is when you actually made the bold choice to go back and then think about focusing solely on Maldives. Could you just tell us a bit more about that?
That was indeed a very difficult time because nobody from us didn't know is there any travel anymore. And as I've been through the Gulf War, the 11th September and the tsunami, you know, by the way, we brought 10 tons of goods into the country that time, And I thought, okay, everything will be fine. But it wasn't that easy. I found out some weeks later. And then I sat back and made up my mind. What do I want? And then I found out my love is the Maldives. That's where everything and all came out of. And I want to focus on that now. Nothing else. And because the years before, you could say 70-80% of our turnover always was travels to the Maldives. And so I made this bold decision to kick out the rest of the world, all Seychelles, Mauritius, Oman, everything, even Europe, everything fall out. And we concentrated completely on the Maldives. And I must say that was the best decision I've ever made.
That is wonderful to hear. So when we talk about travelers who come to the Maldives, I think a lot of people have different misconceptions. What do you think are the most common misconceptions?
The biggest is that they think every island is more or less the same, which is just not true. And there are two more. It's the all-inclusive. Many think they have to book all-inclusive. And they also think they cannot go in summertime. And for all three, we educate the people, talk to them and give examples and knowledge. And at the end, they are very happy not to book all-inclusive because if you drink no alcohol, it's useless to have an all-inclusive. You make only the island owner rich. And half body's enough, you know, like that. And summertime has proven the last years it's beautiful to come to the Maldives, And we have a lot of bookings for summertime, and I'm very happy about that. And the differences of the islands, it's an ongoing.
So, Sabine, when we talk about clients, I think you would have come across a lot of different types of clients. Is there any specific client success story that sticks with you? Anything that you could share with us?
I mean, very, very funny for me is if in our days clients call and they want to spend the honeymoon in the Maldives and purposely get it organized from us. And if you dig deeper in the question, then you find out that their parents booked already the honeymoon with us.
Oh.
So that's a really fun story, which I absolutely love. Yeah.
That's funny. So what is the most common reaction you hear from these people who come to the Maldives for the first time? Like when they step onto the sand, what do they say?
They say, oh my God, it's much more nicer than on each picture or video or Instagram story, yeah? And that's a beautiful thing with the Maldives, yeah? If you are here, you get more than you expect.
Very true.
So I love that.
Okay, so let's just look a bit into the future, okay? So looking into the future, what kind of developments do you think we're going to see in the Maldives over the next 10 to 15 years? What are you hoping to see?
I personally would hope to see more normal remote island developments, but I think we will not see it. I think we will see crazy things, yeah, more luxury brands.
What about for your company? What excites you the most for the near future?
For the near future, it's because our team is growing and all in the team are very much in love, like I am, with a country. And that excites me that I can give over and they do it in my way. And I love that.
Okay. So from an industry perspective, how do you think tourism boards and industry partners can actually support specialists like you?
We need a lot of communication and information. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so before we wrap up, I would like to do a quick round of short questions, okay? So I'll just start with the first one. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So if you had to describe the Maldives in just 3 words, what would they be?
Love, love, love.
Really?
Yeah, I love it.
So you associate the Maldives a lot with happiness, right?
Yes. I mean, for me, you ask me.
Okay. So the second question is, do you have a favorite atoll or resort that holds a permanent piece of your heart?
Well, there are, I would say, a handful of, but it would be unfair to name them now, you know.
Okay, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's fair, okay.
Yeah.
So after all these years and all these trips, what keeps you coming back?
Again, I mean, it's maybe boring, but it's my love for the Maldives. I'm still sitting in the airplane in the morning when it comes to land, yeah, and I'm back home. It's my second home. I really feel like half Maldivian.
You're one of us now.
Yeah.
That is so wonderful, Sabine. That's all for the questions. Thank you so much for joining us today. And
My pleasure.
it's so wonderful hearing about all of your experience.
Thank you very much so much.
And thank you all for watching our episode, and we will be coming back to you with a brand new episode really soon.